when I first realised that I was no longer going to be able to work and I had to stop through health reasons, when that day came, I wasn't really prepared for it. I mean, I was sick, so I was at home anyway. But when it became actually official, my life was very confusing. Suddenly, I didn't have this routine anymore. I mean, I only worked 3 days a week, and as you know, I paint. But having that structural 3 days was good for me. I mean, I had contact with other people. I had colleagues I was working with. And I enjoyed the atmosphere that I was working in. It was good for me. And I thought, okay, this job is going to last me until I retire. I could do that, I thought. But suddenly I couldn't. It was a shock to me. It was a shock to all of us here, and my family. But what I realised, I didn't realise, was that I was sort of confused in the way that, what am I going to do with myself? I mean, I've got to be motivated to keep myself going, to keep myself fit. But I also realised I need to rest. And I think this is what this video is about, is understanding that when you have the situation where things suddenly change out of the blue and you're unable to do what you thought you were, I think you need a time of reflection, to get your energy back, to have time to work out what you're going to do for the next 25, 30 years, hopefully. And some people know exactly what they're going to do and they're out there doing it, they're traveling and they're full of energy. But in my situation, I wasn't like that. I took things slowly. And it took me a little while to realize what my direction was, how I was going to deal with this. And I think that's what we should look at. I mean, the Dutch have a saying here, I'm doing niks, which means nothing. Ik doe niks. And it's the art of just taking time out, lie on your couch, sit in your favorite chair, sit out in the sun, and just daydream. Just sit there and relax and daydream. Listen to some music if you want to. And I really like that. I'm really good at it too. But the idea of that is that it allows your mind to wander. And it's amazing how the subconscious works and your ingenuity comes in, how your mind wanders. And it helps you to comprehend or to piece things together of what you're going to do, or what I was going to do, and how I'm going to do things. And so you're not sort of struggling or trying to find that way of going forward. Take time out. You know, I've got a friend, and his brother is a dentist, was a dentist, because he's retired now. But that's all he did all his life. He was a dentist. He was very focused, a very precise individual. And his whole life was about that. And his attic is full of hi-fi cameras, everything from the last 40 years, and computers. He just himself never throws anything away. So he's got this wonderful treasure trove of antique technical gear, which is just fantastic if you're into that sort of thing. But anyway, I diverse. The thing is that because his practice is also attached to his house, it's that's quite common here, that businesses can be built or part of your living premises. And he'd been doing that for the last 30, 40 years, something like that. And so he sold the practice, and he would come in and help out sometimes when they're busy, or a couple of days a week and everything. He kept his hands into it, although he found it hard to let go. And they used to travel a lot, so they would go on holidays and everything like that. But it took him about 18 months after retiring to actually start to actually let go properly. And what he does now is that he helps out in a community centre where people bring stereo equipment, radios, cassettes, whatever, toasters, small appliances that need fixing or not working, and they look at it and see if they can fix it. And he absolutely loves it. He loves the contact with the people. He loves this idea of fixing things, and it's great recycling. It's just wonderful. But it just shows you that you get it stuck into this routine, and you when you retire or you move on, to find your niche in what you want to do. And I think what I'm saying, and how I'll wrap this up, is that just take time. Don't be afraid to lie on the couch and do nothing. Sit with your partner and do nothing, and let your mind wander. Daydream again. Remember those days where we used to spend lots and lots of time daydreaming? Well, I did anyway. I'm a big daydreamer, and that's my part. But anyway, hope you liked this video. And I must say, thank you all for the fantastic responses and the comments you left in my last video. You're a wonderful bunch of people, and I appreciate it very, very much. Take care. I hope you like the tulips. It's almost spring here, and we've had some wonderful weather, and these are just beautiful. And it brings so much joy to people to see the beautiful colours of the tulips at this time of year.